telecast is authorized under rights granted to home sports entertainment and is not intended for the commercial use of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of home sports entertainment or the Smythe Sox Softball Club is prohibited. Our announcers are Greg Lucas, yours truly, and Mark Hinson.
John Grissom steps in. Been playing with the Smythe Sox 85, 86, 87, and here in 88. He's batted 6 times in the tournament. He's got 4 home runs. Pure power hitter.
He started the first game between these two, but never got to the plate because pitching changes, and that 17-run inning necessitated that he not stay in. There's a high fly ball to center field, and it'll be taken, and that's out number 1. That one was gathered by Kim Smith out there.
Many of these long fly balls you're seeing would have been out in our earlier broadcast.
That's right. That's just the difference. Paul drilling.
Paul's a base hitter. He does have the power to go out of here, but he's really a base hitter, sprays it around. His job is to get on base right now. Buddy Slater's talked to him. Just be on the bag for the big boys behind you.
Strike one called. He just says, okay, but don't forget, I pitch too. And he drives the ball deep and high, and will it stay in the park? It sure will, and that's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. What a turnaround so far.
In the first game, 49-48, and we've got a 7-1 ball game.
And we're in the top of the 3rd already.
This is incredible.
Tell you what, Mr. Marshall must have learned he got his pitches together.
Usually it takes a team that's sit down for a couple hours to go through the order one time. And the Smythe team's been through the order one time, but if they don't get rolling now, they're going to be in real trouble. It takes one time through the order to get loose.
Well, Brown tries it, but I don't think he's got enough on that one either. As the left center fielder comes in, makes the catch, and that's it. 1, 2, 3 here in the 3rd. As the score holds, we played 2.5. 7 for Howard, 1 for the Smythe Sox, and we'll be back. It's 5 straight home runs. There hadn't been one. There's been 1 home run since, and we're in the bottom of the 3rd. Baxter Burris is up. He hit the 5th, the last guy to homer for Howard, and he drives it on a line, and it's hooking back, and it's caught. Wheeler has it, and that's out number 1.
Rick moved over to his left. He had to stop real quick because the ball was curving back toward him again. That's what Baxter does when he hits the ball. He slices it almost.
And bring up George Marshall. George singled and scored in the 1st inning.
Well, our ball boys had 65 home runs to chase. They had a quarter a ball earlier. Thank goodness, because they're going broke right now.
Yeah, they probably... Just the luck of those guys out there. That's probably the 2nd shift. The 1st shift made all the money.
That's right.
George Marshall twirling a 1-run game on the mound.
6 foot 295.
Ooh, that was called a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
He's trying to pitch him inside, and I, like he did Harvey, to get him to pull it foul or hit it off the handle, because he knows where he's standing. If he puts it out over the middle or over to the left, he's going to knock it out of here.
There's a strike.
That ball looked like it was outside. Drilling needed a break after the warning before. That was a good pitch by Drilling.
Drive up the middle for a base hit.
That was an excellent pitch by Drilling. He hit a bad pitch. He still got a hit.
So Marshall is 2 for 2, and it brings up Richard Wilborn, the left fielder, who walked and scored. 2 sacrifice flies in the 1st inning for Howard's. One scoring a runner from 2nd, the other one only going to deep shortstop.
Richard's in the World Series Almanac for many accomplishments. Games, at-bats, hits, World Championship teams. He's a veteran, many, many years. Can really play the game. Still gets around out there in the outfield quick.
There's a strike. That one dropped off and just missed the plate, so that...
Richard wants to pull it. If he hits it out, he's going to pull it to the left side. Or he will go with a pitch to right, but his power is definitely to the left. Drilling knows that. I'm sure his brother, first baseman Mike Parrott, we mentioned they're brothers.
High fly ball. It'll stay in the ballpark. Coming in for it is fredieu, and He makes the catch for out number 2.
This is almost an incredible turnaround of events. Both teams seem to be missing their pitch. It's not a lack of effort. It's just not hitting the ball square. They're not waiting for their pitch. They're hitting the pitcher's pitch. It looks like a little impatience at the plate, especially on the part of the Smythe Sox.
Well, we've got still air. We've got night air. That's also probably a factor.
And two teams have been playing ball for 2 days. It's very humid right now. Drilling wants to get this ball inside and high.
Curtis Williams. Sacrifice fly, drove in a run the first time up.
If it weren't for the big first inning, as of this moment, we could have a very tight ball game and low scoring. Still is low scoring considering the events of the past. Drilling got it high enough, but not deep enough. Got a 2-1 count.
Bouncing ball, backhanded at third by Fuller. The quick throw retires the side.
Fine play by Fuller. He's got a very quick release on the ball.
So in the third inning for Howard, no runs. And we get set for the fourth inning with the score holding 7-1. Howard leading Smythe Sox in Houston.